Okay, so welcome back to this episode, and today we're going to look at some of the moment question. And from this, at the end of the day, we should be able to solve this problem for the moment. All right, so let's start. So first of all, let's look at the question. What we are supposed to do. Then at the end, we should be able to find the force. Okay, the moment of the force and the perpendicular distance between the C and the line of action here. Now, from the previous video, I we look at the formula for moment, which was moment is equal to the the vector force times the what times the distance or perpendicular distance over here. So we're using this as well. Some of them to use the okay. So you're supposed to find for this, all right? So first of all, we need to look at the various forces coming from the x side, from the y side, and the z side. Because looking at this, it's a 3D problem that we are looking at this. So first of all, we need to know where our force can be, in which we know that the vector force was equal to the mean force multiplied by the what? The lambda. Then this lambda is talking about the direction at which each forces were acting. Okay, so let's start with it together. So first of all, you can see that from this side, the arrow from the E is moving to this side. So that means if it is moving to this side over here, that means that anytime you see this is our origin. So from this side to where the I or where the Y plane is our what? Our positive Y. Then the force that is moving to the top here to is our positive Z. The last one, the force that is moving or direction moving to this side is what? Is F. So if it moves opposite the direction of the axis at which it moves, then it becomes negative of that side. So let's focus on this and see. So first of all, before we do it, let's look at this. So how can we locate our various lambda, that is the distances, all right, of the force? Then we come and look at this side too as well. So first of all, you can see that this is moving to this side, right? So if it is moving to this side here, that means that standing at this point, you should find the moment of the force at what? Of the force F. All right. So if this is the force F, it is acting at this side here. So that means that about the point C over here. So it is going to move from E to C to this side. Then now it also moves from this side to what? To the top here. So that means at this point over here, we can see that this is our what? Our Z. This side is our what? Our X. And now lastly, this side is our Y. So if you want to find for the distances, let's see. So that means my lambda here, all right, is equal to, so first of all, let's see. So I need to know the various components at X, Y, and Z. So if I move from this side, let's do something small over here, all right, then we arrange it very well. So if I'm moving from this side to this, I'm moving in the positive X. If I'm moving in positive S, let's see. This is what? It's parallel to this. Then the one at the top here too is parallel to what? This, right? So there's X, this one, two at the top here. So that means this is two. Two is also here. It's the same as the two over here. All right. So if it is moving here, it's moving positive X. Then you write our what? You write our positive X over here. So what our positive X? So we have our two here. Then we bring our component here as our I. Then the next one plus. Then as it moves here, you can see that it is moving towards this part. If it is moving towards this part, that means this one here is not moving negative, because we said from the origin to this Y here is what? Is positive what? Y. So that means if it's moving opposite to the direction of the Y, that means it's what? Is negative. So from this side is what? Negative. So we have negative what? Negative forward J. It's moving in the Y direction. And lastly, from here to the top here, we are moving to what? To Z, right? Because this one is moving to the side. So lastly, if you're having this here, this is our positive what? 3 what? Key over here. So it's Z, because this is equal to this one over here. Then we write it here. So plus our what? Our 3k. Then we are done. So that's how the component is going to be. Then lastly, we are supposed to find for the magnitude of it. All right. So we know that if you find the square root of all these things, so the square root of 2 squared, all right, plus the negative 4 here all squared, then lastly plus the 3 here all squared here, we are going to get square root of what? Of positive 29 here. So at this point here, we can now group them very well. So we're going to get our 2 here, our 2i minus our 4j plus our what? Our 3k divided by the what? The magnitude. That is our square root of what? Of 29 of this. All right. Now, since we are done with it, now we can see that now our vector force here is equal to the force multiplied by the what? By the lambda. So we're going to have our force vector here to be equal to, what's our force here? It's a 500, right? So 500 Newton multiplied by, now bring the whole of the lambda here. So we have our 2i, right? On one, so you can break it down. So this becomes square root of what? 29 here minus our 4j here on what? Square root of 29, because this is divided by all of these. Then now lastly we have our 3 here, 3k on what? Square root of 29 here. So we are done. Now, what is the vector forces over here at each component? So 500 multiplied by 2i on square root of 29. We are going to get what? We're going to get positive 185 point what? 70i here. Then minus, then we have 500 multiply negative 4 on square root of what? Of 29. We are going to get negative 300 and what? 71 point. So don't forget, for this one here, we have 39 here, right? So you even can choose to do it two decimal places. So 0.39 here too as well. Then plus, then we are having 200, and because 500 is going to multiply 3 right on what? Square root of 29. So 278 over here. All right, 0.54 here, k here. So you have our j here. So now we have found for each component at this side over here. Now, once we are done with this, don't forget that in the formula, when we're solving for the moment, we're saying that you can do it moment is equal to. So you see, we're doing it I here, j here, the k here. So this is our the distances, right? Okay, so the one for y, the one for z. Then this for fx, this is our fy, this is our fz here. Then you now deduce into it. So once we have found for this, we have found for the f here. So the forces at this side. So we have this, this, and this over here. Now once we are there, we're supposed to find for what? Our r here. That's our distance at which the line of action was able to form over here. So you can see that from this side, it says that now we are supposed to determine the moment of the force F about point C. So for easily way for you to do it, or the simplest way to do it is to look at where the C is and to the line of action of where the point is coming. So you can see that this is coming from only C, and that is in the what? X direction only, not any other again. So from this to this, that is all. So you can see that if there's a line of action from here, so from here to here, we know that it is what? It is positive X. So if it is moving from this C to this A, now it's negative what? It's negative direction. And if this is equal or is parallel to this is parallel to the top here. So it's also what? 2 here. So that means from this side to this, we're having negative what? 2. So you can see that now these are here, or from C to the E here, at this side, we are having what? We are having negative 2i here. Then plus, since there is no other component acting over there, it's only at x direction. This becomes 0j plus what? Plus 0k here too as well. Then we are done. Now we can now easily substitute them into this what equation by making the moment is equal to. So you bring your I here, your j here, then your what? Your k here too as what? As well. So that is it. So let's see what we can do. Then we bring the whole of this here. So what is our direction of x? All right. So our direction of x is negative 2. So you can bring our negative 2 over here. Then j and the k is 0, 0. Then lastly, let's go to this side. We are having the one at x direction of I to be what? To be 100 and what? And 85, right? 0.70. This becomes negative 371. Then this one becomes okay 0.39. Then the k becomes 278 point what 0.54 here as well. Okay, don't forget your point here. Now once you are done, let me make it correct. Okay, let me make it clear here so that you can see it very well. So that means at this point, all right. Okay, so we can say that we have the 278 here, right? Then 0.54 here. Then now, what are we supposed to do? So we can cross multiply it, right? So let's start with the first one. So now, at this point, we can say that our moment is equal to, so we go for I, this vector output that we are dealing with, all right? So this goes up, this goes up. So this 0 multiplied by this, all right? This multiplied by this becomes what? Becomes 0, all right? Then minus, then this 2 multiplied by this becomes 0. So this 0 minus 0 here, component is I here. Now let's go to the next one again. Then with this, we come and cancel this and cancel this one. So this negative 2 is going to multiply the whole of this, right? So we're going to get negative 2 here multiplied by 278.54 here. Then we bring our minus here. This is multiplied by the 0 here, because don't forget this and this has been cancelled. So this multiplied by this is 0. We have a 0 here, right? So at this point here, this is our J here, all right? And lastly, let's see our key. So you cancel this, you cancel this. So that means we're going to have this negative 2 multiplied by this. We're going to have negative 2 multiplied by negative 371.39 here. Then again, once we are done, now we multiply this by what? 0. So this becomes negative 0 here. And this becomes k at this point over here. So that is it. So this is our k. Now once we are done, we can now remove the one that we don't need. So this 0 minus 0 is 0. 0 multiplied by I is 0. Right? So it's gone. Then we have negative 2 multiplied by 278.54. And we're going to get negative 557.08J here. All right. Then now this will go off minus 0. This is not needed. Then we now add this one here. Now you can see that now this negative 2 multiplied by negative 377, okay, or 371.39 is going to give us positive what? Positive 740. All right, 742 point what? 0.28k here. Now we are done with this. What again? Since if you want to find the perpendicular distance, all right, what we are going to do is just simply find the magnitude of this to get me, because we want to get rid of the what? Of the component. So you can find the square root of it very well, right? Because you don't want the component to come. So just negative 557.08 here, then all squared plus 742, okay, 0.28 here, all squared. We're going to get the main moment to be equal to 928.07 Newton what? Meter. Now once we are done, let's see. We are supposed to find the what? The perpendicular what distance. If you are supposed to find perpendicular distance, you know that now moment is equal to, remember, we have the force multiplied by the what? By the distance here, right? So now we now know moment. We know our force. We need to find for this. What are you supposed to do? Divide both sides. So we're going to divide both sides by what? By F, right? So this by F to get rid of FF. So having D is equal to the moment on the what? The force. Now what is our moment? Our moment is equal to 928.07 on what? On 500. Now we're going to get what? We're going to get our D to be equal to 1.86 meters. Thank you very much.